Upon the joyful engagement of Sir Gerald Croft to Miss Sheila Burling, Mr. Burling decides to host a little soiree in his humble abode to celebrate this happy union. The housekeeper, Edna, prepares a delicious meal, much to Mr. Burling's satisfaction. After the celebration dinner, Gerald produces an engagement ring that renders Sheila ecstatic. The ladies then withdraw themselves to the drawing room, while the men stay in the dining room for drinks. Mr. Burling, being the eldest amongst the men, decides to share a bit of his wisdom with Gerald. As he is in the middle of making his fine speech, the housekeeper, Edna, knocks on the door.
Please, sir, an inspector's call.
Inspector? What kind of inspector?
A police inspector. He says his name is Inspector Go.
Never heard of him. Does he want to see me?
Yes, sir. He says it's important.
All right, Edna, show him in here.
Inspector Go.
Mr. Burling?
Yes, sit down, Inspector.
Thank you, sir.
Have a glass of port. Or a little whiskey.
Oh, no, thank you, Mr. Burling. I'm on duty.
You're new here, aren't you?
Yes, sir. Only recently transferred.
Thought you must be. I was Lord Mayor 2 years ago, so I know the Bromley police officers pretty well. I thought I'd never see you. How can I help? Some trouble with the warrant?
No.
What is it then?
I'd like some information, if you don't mind, Mr. Burling. 2 hours ago, a young woman died in the infirmary. She'd been taken there this afternoon because she'd swallowed a lot of strong disinfectant. Burned her inside out, of course.
My God.
Yes, she was in great agony. They did everything they could for her, but she died. Suicide, of course.
Yes, horrible business. But I don't see why you should come here, Inspector.
I'd been round to the room she had, and she'd left a letter there, and a sort of a diary. Like a lot of these young women who get into various kinds of trouble, she'd used more than one name. Her original name, however, was Eva Smith.
Eva Smith.
Yes, do you remember her, Mr. Burling? She was employed at your works in one time.
Oh, that's it, is it?
This young woman, Eva Smith, was a bit out of the ordinary. I found a photograph of her in emergency. Perhaps you remember her now.
Any particular reason why I shouldn't be seeing this girl's photograph?
There might be. Same applies to you.
I can't imagine what it could be.
Neither can I.
I agree with them, Inspector.
It's the way how I like to go to work. One person and one line of inquiry at a time. Otherwise, there's a muddle.
See, sensible, really. You had enough of that port, Eric.
I think you remember Eva Smith now, don't you, Mr. Burling?
She was once my employee. Then I discharged her.
Is that why she committed suicide? When was this, Father?
Just keep quiet, Eric. This girl left us more than 18 months ago. Somewhere around the autumn of 1910.
Look here, sir. Wouldn't you rather I was out of this?
No. I don't mind you being here, Gerald. I don't see you have any objections to this, have you, Inspector? Gerald Croft is to be my son-in-law. We've been modestly celebrating his engagement to my daughter, Sheila.
Ah, I see. Then I prefer Mr. Croft to stay.
Oh, all right then.
Look, Inspector, this whole incident happened more than 18 months ago. Obviously, it has nothing to do with this wretched girl's suicide. Hey, Inspector?
I'm afraid I can't agree with you there, sir, because what happened to her then may have driven what happened to her afterwards. And what happened to her afterwards may have driven her to suicide. A chain of events.
See, put like that, there's something in what you say. Still, I can't accept any responsibilities. About this girl, Eva Smith, she was a likely-looking girl, country-bred, a good worker too. In fact, she was about to be promoted to what I call a leading operator, head of a small group of girls. But when they came back from their holidays last August, they got rather restless and asked for more money. They wanted to average around 25 shillings a week. So I refused, of course.
Why?
Did you say why?
Yes. Why did you refuse?
I don't see it's any of your concern how I choose to run my business, is it now?
It might be, you know.
I don't like that tone.
I'm sorry, but you asked me a question.
And you asked me a question before that. Quite a silly question.
It's my duty to ask questions.
It's my duty to keep labor costs down. We were paying the usual rates, and if they did not like those rates, they could go work somewhere else. Free country, I told them.
Either you can go and work somewhere else.
Look, just you keep out of this. Hadn't even started the work when this all happened. We went on strike. Let's say we let them all come back at the usual rates, except for 4 or 5 ringgit to clear out. And this girl, Eva Smith, was one of them. She had too much to say, far too much, so she had to go. If you don't come down sharply on these people, they'll soon be asking for the earth.
They might, but it's better to ask for the earth than to take it.
What you say your name was, Inspector?
Goole. Goole.
Well, I think it's a damn shame! This girl, Eva Smith, why should have try for higher wages? You try for the highest possible prices, and I don't see why she should have been sacked just because she's a bit smarter than the others. You say yourself she was a good worker, I will have let her stay!
Unless you brighten your ideas, you won't be in a position